Verily.
Whew. That was a good jump. Hello everyone, it's Falcon here and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pyre. So last episode, we acquired our flying wagon courtesy of Volfred, and now we're currently on the site of our another Rite. After the Liberation Rite, this is our first Rite, and we're up against what's his name again? Lendel the Liar, and his triumvirate, the Accusers. And so before we commence it, let's look at this conversation first. We've got Pamitha over here. You find Pamitha by herself again, though her expression is grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, leader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Leave me be, reader. Just leave me be, reader. Just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Yet, something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that, with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you. Pamitha is alone with her thoughts. Might as well, see what she's thinking so that we know what's her actual problem or something. Pamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and to our sisters. Perhaps I ought to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Pamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are rather cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome thing they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. Is that how you read that? You know by now why I am in this mess with all of you. You could say I lack Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see her nation overthrown, or something worse, if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth forged steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed someday, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet, a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down. A mercy, they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protests of her treatment, I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then, she might realize our nation's people have much more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now. And okay, we discovered the reason why Pamitha and Tamitha both got exiled. But that's that for now. Anyway, is there a new page in the chapter 2? Nope. Never mind that. What's this? Never mind. As for the slug market, hey guys, say, whatever happened to the Ray you brought in here sometimes? You know, the loopy one, frizzy hair, always handling all the merchandise? I liked her. Yeah, we liked her too, but Yeah, we chose her to be the first to go free. Okay, pinch of stardust, dash of stardust. Might as well get this stuff. As for the other stuff, maybe I should just sell them. Since Ray is not part of our team now, sadly, I guess it's safe to say I can sell her talisman now, her legendary talisman. So, more money for me, I guess. As much as I want to keep it for sentimental value, let's be practical here. Anyway, anything else? Nope, nothing for now. Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what that. Anyway, there's nothing much left to do but to commence the rite. Here among the strange outcroppings of the nest of Triesta, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Ti'zo flutters up to you. And what's that mean? Ti'zo cautions you that he has some history with your next adversary, Lendel. Yep, I remembered the name right. Skrihawk! And what's that now? Ti'zo seems to be indicating that Lendel has a personal vendetta against him. And why is that exactly? But before you can explain anything further, the stars begin to call to you. And so hopefully we find out soon enough why, Lendel is angry with Ti'zo or something. I'm missing Ray.
Reader, ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the accusers. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them?
Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little imp Ti'zo screeches something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then, someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it! After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks! Rock! And what's their history, by the way? Ti'zo is angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendel. Silence, fiend! You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended here and now, and you, Nightwings, shall not deny me thus again. Oh, okay, so probably Ti'zo defeated Lendel at some point during the rites, preventing him to gain freedom or something. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Ha'ub the Swallow. Yep, I pretty much thought that, Ti'zo is related to Ha'ub. I don't know if they're the same person, a descendant, reincarnation or something, but yeah. Let us show him now that he is a disgrace. Ti'zo whistles something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendel in the past, Lendel evidently has not let it go. Come, accusers, let us make clear to those fools that we are stronger now than ever. You sense Lendel speaks the truth. The accusers are more capable than before. Each time you face a triumvirate, they gain talismans and masteries. Okay, good to know.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Anyway, I shall go with the usual, which is Hedwin.
Hedwin.
Jodariel.
Jodariel.
And Rookie, since I plan to make him go free next, and I can't use Pamitha hit yet, probably because of the bad blood between her and Joe Dariel, I guess.
Rookie. Now.
Don't worry, Ti'zo. We got your back on this one. Nightwings. The wicked fiend you serve is an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him, or any of you. Okay? Whatever. We'll win anyway. Let's go do this.
Commence. There.
Hey! Whoa, what the fuck?
Poor Joe Dariel.
Nope, 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 nope. Fuck. Nope, too fast for you.
Nightwings make their mark upon the flame. Verily.
Whew. That was a good jump.
Both pyres now burn with the same strength. Glorious.
Yep, they've got tons of fire health.
Fire burns brighter.
However,
All the while.
that won't be enough to defeat me. Oh, damn.
A bit of a blunder. By the scribes.
Whopping 30 damage. Almost. Yep, exactly. Oh, damn.
Yourselves wide open.
We can still do this. How should I move from here? Ah, god damn it.
The orb is up.
Nope.
Fire weakens.
No, not again. I cannot lose to you again. This cannot be happening to me. Yep, it's going to happen to you yet again.
A banishment. Beauteous.
Okay, one more.
Now go on, just once more. Caught out.
Ah,
Pathetic.
wrong move.
Alas. Yes.
Ah, it dropped again. Goodbye. That was a good banish.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Perhaps they do deserve their freedom after all.
Yup, we do.
The
We
Rite
really do.
is done.
I mean, we're 8 members and all. Hee-ha! Good for you, Ti'zo. Ti'zo is very pleased that you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Blast! Where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp. It is a monster in disguise. A fiend. Come forth and to torment me until the day I die. Lendel storms off in a fit of anger. Ti'zo reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. But Lendel said before, if Ti'zo truly is a descendant of Fa'ub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes.
Level up, level up. Nope. Level up. Level up? No.
Until the stars align.
Check inside the black wagon from time to time to find new souvenirs from your travels. Ah, okay. So that's where the random items inside the wagon come from. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles prevailed against the accusers and find Wolfred waiting for you there. Well then, back there, my girl. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you, if you've a moment. We have discussed the plan, of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect you shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one. Okay, we need to choose again which place to go to. Several shining stars, a trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate to face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Henceforth, you may use Wolfred's planner to see your current progress. And what is it? An object that shows the relative standings between... Ah, okay. This is pretty much a scorecard, I guess? Yep. Using Wolfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal, as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Wolfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now, or anytime in the Black Wagon, or while searching the stars. And so, we've got 9-0, which is great. And the Tempers, I'm surprised they are down there, since I assume they're supposed to be our greatest rivals, so they'd at least have a high score. At least I was assuming that. But anyway, we've got liberation rites conducted, 1 additional exiles required. What does that mean? Oh, a number of additional... Oh, so we can still what? How do you say this? Find one more member, and who would that be? I thought we're already complete, but I guess not. Probability of success. I guess that's just the progress percent, which is only 29%. Right, still next liberation right, still none. But yeah, that's all for now. Anyway, let's choose our next opponent. Who should I go with next? We've got the what's this? The Witchwood Milde here. We've got Pamitha again, and we've got Sir Gilman and his friends and his knights, I guess. I guess maybe I should go with this so as to meet Pamitha again and maybe progress, Pamitha's storyline a bit further. Her and her relationship with her sister. So yeah, I guess I'll go with this. So we're to have another brush with Pamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I'm here for her. Pamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Pamitha saying, a harp of the High Wing remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. Flight tacticians such as Pamitha gave the High Wing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, reaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Pamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. Okay, that's pretty much more in detail of Pamitha and Tamitha's past compared to what we just discovered when we talked with Pamitha earlier. Anyway, I wound up here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated what happened between us. What I did for her own good, and that of all our sisters. Though, I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose. But for now, I'd best try and catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. We bid a good night to Pamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations, though come morning, the Black Wagon will press onward. Okay, before we continue, let's talk to one of our members, which is Ti'zo. Hello there. Wolfred's planner is finally here. This is the common room. Just to view our roster. Never mind, let's talk to Ti'zo. Ti'zo has seemed somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendel and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. Rahum! And what's that mean? Ti'zo seems unhappy about something Lendel said to him. Rehawk! Ti'zo understands fully well why Lendel is angry with him. Skrohik! While Ti'zo does not like Lendel as a person, he recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Skrohik! Nonetheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites force exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes ever intended for imps such as he to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Rahik! Ti'zo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. Skriok! He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. Okay, we got to know more a bit about Ti'zo and Lendel's past, and I guess my guess was right. Ti'zo denied Lendel's freedom during a liberation rite. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other drive imps. Regardless of whether he truly is an ancestor of Ha'ud the Swallow, surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Okay, nothing else new here. As far as I know, there's no new page for the chapter 2, so never mind. Anyway, let's continue. There's nothing else much here. Let's take off. Where's our next mission? It's over here. Oh, so I can click pretty much everywhere to fly, to navigate towards there and stuff. Anyway, oh, so other enemies also have flying wagons. Let's try growing with them. As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Circlements sidle up to you very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters. If this knight is not mistaken, this knight's brethren look beneath the surface there, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind. Hey, don't you make a that flag or something? Anyway, there's an enemy here. Well, a triumvirate, I should say. Anyway, that's not our destination for now. The forbidding cairn of Ahub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders, who's that? Another scribe? Or not? Shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. Through 2 flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do. Although your adversaries, the essence should be on their way there now. Soon, you shall confront them once again. What is this? Shunt suggests that a good supply of stardust may be found along this route. Might as well look. Let's land. Or lick sand. Rookie expressed an interest in seeing how the wildcars in this vicinity are doing. Nope, I'd rather have these weeds or cocaine. Well, they sound like cocaine based on how Ron is describing them. You touch down in the heart of Jomware Valley, where you first face the Fate and the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Okay, nothing else new, so let's just search with the Lone Minstrel for the Stardust. There you are, reader. Shall we get going then? You accompany the Lone Minstrel on an excursion through the barren waste of Shunt, where it seems the stars themselves recently shed some of their splendor. Collecting stardust is a laborious and delicate process, though some find it rather meditative. In time, you have gathered a good supply of the stuff and return together to rejoin the others. Okay, pile of stardust, that's good. Whoa, plus 10, that's something. Anyway, let's continue towards our destination. And there's Cairn of Aub. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side somehow tracks you down in the stark badlands of Jomware Valley. The imp's message pertains to Ray. Oh, that's nice. We get to have news of our comrades. Well, in this case, only Ray for now. We get to have news about them from the other side. That's cool. Who you liberated at the fall of Solium, and whose past transgressions have all been forgiven since her return to the Commonwealth. You learned that she was taken in by a well-to-do foster family, and was to be given private schooling of the highest order in the Astralis tradition. And what's that? A theocratic sect believing divine authority rests with the stars. They alone dictate the future. Good for you, Ray, good for you. I hope they treat you well. You promised her that, in time, she might one day have the honor of teaching the children of the Commonwealth herself. However, she soon went her own way, insisting that the 8 scribes themselves were calling her. She started wandering again all on her own. Aw man, Ray. But at least it's good to know that you're safe. That is, until she located Wolfred's agents. Thus, her wandering ceased, and the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Ray also left a simple message: believe in the scribes. Yep, that definitely sounds like you, Ray. And good to know that you've met up with Wolfred's agents. You thank the messenger imp for the report as your companions gather to discuss. Small in stature was the goodly Ray, yet great indeed in spirit. Even now this knight remains in awe of her. Rihum! Ti'zo misses having Ray around, though is pleased to hear that she is well. Me as well. She better be more careful, else they'll throw her right back here in here with the rest of us. You keep on telling those duty Commonwealth good for nothings what's up, Ray. Sounds like she's making a difference out there. I often felt she was the bravest of us all. Perhaps those scribes of hers yet live, for hers is a charmed life. The news of Ray's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. That's nice. This kind of reminds me of Valkyrie Profile. In case you guys know that game, it's pretty much you You go adventures with your Ainariars, and eventually you send them to Valhalla, and sometimes you receive news about them and all that. And yeah, that kind of reminds me of that game, and it makes me want to play that game again. But anyway, let's continue. We wish Ray luck. And now we arrive. There's a new page revealed in the Book of Rites. Hopefully, it's a page from chapter 2. Then there's another item here, Silobones. Nope, no new page for the second chapter. But we do have a new page for the first chapter, I think. It was shining earlier. Down the river, the hunt for more, the demon. Okay, there we go. The mercy shown. The mercy shown, in the words of Golgolothanian, the Master General. The imp Ha'ub and I, we helped to save my emperor. And when the danger did subside, my emperor saw him more. He said something to me, which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Golothanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days of which I have left, I never could repay the mercy you have shown me. So, if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. And for the next page, we've got lots of new pages for this one. And so we read this. We found the 8 scribes. We found each of the others in due time, by faith, not by coincidence. The wise Lusclorians stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch Milithe, or whatever, was so enthralled by my liege's outer transformation, she stayed her sorceries. Blessed-born Triesta swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned Jomir thus intervened, and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Underking ours himself sought out an audience with us. Thus, we became the 8, and journeyed on together. Okay, so finally, the scribes was formed. And what's for the next page? The scribes' deeds. I guess this is the last page for chapter 1. Or not. This is 25. And chapter 1 has 21 pages. So might as well read that before we continue. The scribes' deeds. I wish to be remembered not for boastfulness. Thus I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand this savage land. Such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted out the sky. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars. And, in the end, it was the stars which guided us toward our truest calling. And so that's that for now. Nothing else new is here. The slug market seems to have something new in store. Hey you guys, always nice to see blah 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 blah. Let's continue. We got a new Stardust again, and Burning Promise. After dousing the adversaries' fire, the bearer earns a reward up to 3 times plus 5 gold, plus 5 soul, I mean. Anyway, I'll just go with the Stardust for now. I still don't know what to use them for, I'm just stockpiling for now. Okay. Anyway, I think that's enough progress for now. We've arrived at the site of our next rite. And so yeah, I guess I'll end this episode here for now. We defeated once again Lendel's and the accusers, as well as we've seen how do you say this? Volfred's planner and it's pretty much a scorecard of sorts, as well as got to know a bit about Ti'zo and Pamitha's past. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, like it, of course. If you've got comments, as usual, comment it down and all that. And hopefully, you subscribe as well. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.